Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Blender Easy, and in today's video we are going to create this restaurant modeling and lighting inside of Blender. So if you are new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. Okay, so here we are in Blender. Now initially we will hit A and we will delete all of the stuff so we can start from the scratch, and double click and let's call it as main house like this, and we will try to save this file over here. Then from start we will try to do that. Then press shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to select this cube. Press SX to scale it on x-axis, then press SY to scale it a little bit on y-axis like this. Okay, so after that let's hit Control A, choose scale, hit Control A and choose all transform like this. Now after that let's select this and hit tab, press 2 and hit A to select all of these curves, and press Control B, which is a shortcut key for bevel, and simply hit click, go to the bevel, and we will increase the width, and we will choose segments 3 and press tab. Let's select this, right click and choose shade smooth. So we will get this simple box. Let's select this and double click and let's call it as main over here. Now after that we will create some upper portion. So for that I'll press shift A, I'll go to the mesh over here, and I'm going to select one plane, press 1 G Z and try to bring this over here. Go to the top view, press tab alt Z 1, select this much portions, press SY and scale it like this, then SX and scale it like this. Okay, over here. Now press tab like this. Now select this, press tab and press tab, hit Control A and choose scale. Then go to the tab, select this face over here and press I for inner extrude and extrude this inward like this, and simply delete this face like that. Okay, now let's hit 1 to select this face, I mean this vertices over here like this. Okay, we have selected this vertices, and press Control B and click and make sure to choose vertices, and we will increase the offset value somewhere around like this. Okay, but if you see we are getting this kind of stuff, so I think we need to avoid those portion, so we will do that later. So let's hit tab and we will select this and we will select this, hit tab, hit 3 and hit A to select all of them, and we will extrude this now. So press E Z and extrude this on Z axis, I mean Z axis. Okay, and tab and hold alt Z. So we will get this kind of box. Now we will getting this kind of stuffs. Now I want some bevel over here, so for that press tab and let's hit A to select all of this, press 2 to select all of these edges over here, and hit Control B and click on this, and let's increase the offset value somewhere around like this. Okay, and press tab. Let's select this, right click and choose shade smooth, go to the front view, select this GZ and try to adjust it like this. Now select this, shift D Z and try to bring this over here, then press tab alt Z, press 1 and select this much portion GZ and try to bring this over here like that. Okay, and alt Z again, so we will get this kind of bevel edges, and I'm going to save this file over here. Now I need to create a door and windows over here, so let's try to do that. Now to create a door, I'm going to press shift A again, mesh, and I'm going to select this cube, then press 1 and alt Z, tab 1 to select this portion, select this GZ and try to bring this over here, select this GX and try to adjust it over here, or simply select all of them, press SX and try to scale it like this. Okay, and press tab. Now let's select this, go to the top view, press Y and try to bring this over here, press tab, select this GY and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, now press 3, select this portion, but before that go to the your layout mode and hit Control A and choose scale, then go to the edit mode, select this, press I and let's scale this inward, then press E and Y to scale this in outward like this. Okay, not too much, you can check out, sorry, you can check out from here. Let's press Y and try to adjust it up to here only. Okay, like this. Okay, so we will get something like this. Now after that I'm going to select this and go to the edit mode, hit A to select all of them, and now I'm going to press Ctrl R over here to create one line over here like this. Similarly, I'll hit Ctrl R over here and I'll create two edges like this. Okay, now let's go to the front view, and now let's hit select this, press 1, select this over here, then press S Z, and let's scale it like this over here. Over here press GZ and try to bring this over here like this much portion. Then over here I'm going to select 3, I'll select this face over here like this over here, and I'll press E, and then X, and I'll try to move this up to this. Okay, and hit tab and hold Alt Z. So we are getting this kind of door like structure. Then let's go over here, G, Z, and Y, and let's try to move this over here like this. So we will get this small door like structure, and let's save this file. Okay, and now we need to create window over here. So to create a window, I'll press Shift A, mesh, and I'm going to create a plane. But before that, let's do one thing. Let's minimize this, and let's hide this all of this stuff over here, and let's save this file. To create a windows, Shift A, mesh, and choose plane, and press S, X, and scale it like this. Hit Ctrl A and choose scale. Then go to the edit mode, select this face, press I, and let's scale this inward like this over here like this, and let's delete this faces like that, or instead of that let's keep it as it is. We will do that later. We will select this edges over here, I mean these faces over here, and press EZ and try to bring this upward like this. Okay, over here. Now this is going to be my window, and then I'll shift A, mesh, and I'm going to select this plane. I'll go to the top view, Alt Z, let's press SY, and let's scale it like this over here. Then press S, X, and scale it like this over here. Then I'll select this, I'll press Shift D, R, and rotate it on 90°. Then press S, Y, and let's scale it like this over here. Now select this two, go to the front view over here, press S and Z to scale it up to this, GZ, and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, so we will get this kind of structure. Now let's select all of this stuff and press R, X, 90 to rotate it on 90° on x-axis. So we will get this window like structure. So now right click, new collection, double click, and let's call it as window. Okay, select all of this extra stuff and move inside this window over here like this. Okay, now I need to create some curtains for this window, so let's try to do that. Let's hide all of this. Now Shift A, mesh, and select plane, press R, X, 90° rotation, then press XZ and try to scale a little bit. Hit Ctrl A and choose scale. Then go to the edit mode over here, right click and choose subdivide, and we will choose 20 value like this over here, and then press 2 for edge selection. Let's select this edge first, and by holding Alt I am going to select this edge. Now I'll go to the data over here, and I am going to choose this data. So in a vertex group, so select this, let's double click and let's call it as static over here and choose assign. Okay, now go to the tab view, let's select this, go to the our modifiers, go to the modifiers, generate, and choose subdivision surface like this. Now Shift A, go to the curve, and Shift A, go to the curve and choose path, press GZ and try to bring this upward. Select this and we'll go to the constraint, add constraint, and we'll choose copy scale, and over here we are going to select this num path, and I don't want to scale it on Y and Z, so I'll enable it, disable this Y and Z, so I can select this path and I can scale it on x-axis like this. Okay, now after doing that we need to apply cloth simulation, so let's go to the physics options and apply cloth. Then go to the cloth and we are going to select the silk presets over here, and over here we are not going to change any much more settings except the shape, because I want this upper portion should be static, and that's why I have selected this vertex data static. So let's simply click, and now let's select this over here, and if I hit play and I'll press S over here, so I can get this kind of curtains, and simply hit pause over here. Now after getting sufficient amount of wrinkles, I'll select this, right click and choose shade smooth. Then I'll select this, I'll go to the physics over here, I'll copy scale over here, I'm going to choose apply. Then physics simulation over here, it's already there. Go to the modifiers, apply this subdivision surface, along with that apply this cloth simulation as well, and we will delete this path right now. And this is going to be my curtains, so let's call it as curtains like this. Okay, let's enable this window over here, select this curtain and move inside this window, and let's try to adjust the position of it. So let's select this curtains, press S and try to scale it like this, press G, Y, and try to move this curtains over here. Go over here, G, X, try to move this over here, press SX and try to adjust it like this. Over here, press shift D, X, and try to adjust it over here. Okay, so this is how we will get this curtains and this window. And now I'm going to select all of this stuff, and I'm going to enable my main house, and go to the top view, press G, Y, and try to bring this over here, and press S for scaling option and try to scale accordingly, and G, X, and try to adjust the scale over here. Go over here, G, Y, and try to adjust the position somewhere around over here. So if you see, we are getting this kind of window structure over here like this. Similarly, you can go to the top view, over here you can select this much portion. Over here you can shift D, X, and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, similarly I want this on this side as well, so let's go over here, shift D, and try to bring this over here, press R, Z, 90-degree rotation, and press G, and let's try to move this over here like this. Okay, and let's select all of this, go to the object, set origin, and choose object, set origin, and set origin to center of mass for each and every one over here. Same procedure I'll follow for simply hit control or simply hit A, go to the object, choose set origin, set origin to the center of mass for each and every one. Okay, like this. Okay, so our this portion is ready, and now I need to create some extra stuff. So let's minimize this, and I need to create some roof like structure around this. But before that, let's add our camera so we can see whether our scene is properly or not. So simply shift A, go to the camera and choose camera, and hit 0 to see our scene in through camera, and press N on keyboard to enable this view options, and let's enable our camera to view, and let's go over here. Now let's go to the camera settings, and over here focal length I'm going to choose 200, so we will get this kind of camera view over here, and let's try to adjust it somewhere around like this. Okay, let's enable this now and zoom in. We will get something like this. Don't worry about this stuff, we will fix that later. Right now just keep it as it is like this. Okay, so we will disable our camera like this. At a particular point where I think this is okay, I'll disable this and I'll go out of my camera view. So my camera is ready, and now we need to add some extra stuffs over here. So let's try to do that. Now I need to add roof over here at all 4 sides, so let's try to do that. I'm going to select, right click and new collection, and let's select this camera and move inside this collection. Let's call this collection camera and lights. Okay, whenever I'm going to put lights, I'll put inside this stuff. Okay, let's hide and lock this window over here, and let's show all of this stuff over here as well. Now let's right click new collection, and let's double click and call it as roof over here, and let's minimize it like this. Okay, just for now. Now we need to create one basic roof kind of path. So simply shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to select our cube. Then press S for scaling option and scale it like this. Then go to the 1 and press S, X, Z, and let's scale it like this. Okay, then go to the top view over here, sorry, over here, and hold Alt Z and tab to go to the edit mode. And before that, simply hit Ctrl A and choose scale. Then go to the tab and press Ctrl R and create two lines like this, and press S, Y, and scale it like this. Okay, over there. Now after that, press 3, select this face and this face over here, sorry, this face and this face over here. Press E, Z, and let's bring this upward like this. Okay, then go over here, then press S, X, and let's scale it like this. Okay, so we'll get this kind of structure. Similarly, go to the top view and press S, Y, and we need to scale it like this. But as you guys can see, it's scaling like this and I don't want that. So what I can do over here, I'll go over here and I'm going to choose individual origins, and now press S, Y, and let's scale it like this. Okay, so we'll get this kind of structure, and hold Alt Z. So we are getting this kind of roof structure over here. And now let's try to create a copy. So let's select this, and I'm gonna go in more, select this first over here. Then let's enable all of the structure, specifically our this. Let's select this G, Y, and let's try to bring this over here. Let's go to the front view. Let's select this cube, press G, and let's try to bring this over here first like this. Go to the top view, press G, and let's try to bring this over here. I'm going to hide this window for now because I don't want to look them for now. Let's try to bring this over here. Over here, press S for scaling option and scale the size a little bit. Okay, let's try to adjust them properly over here, like this. And now let's try to create a multiple copies of it. But before that, let's select this, press R for rotation, and let's rotate it a little bit like this. Okay, over here. Now let's create a copies of it, and to create a copies you need to choose array. So let's select this and go to the modifiers, and we will go choose array. But before that, simply select this, hit Ctrl A and choose scale. Then select this, hit Ctrl A and choose all transform over here. Then after that, select this, go to the object, set origin, and set origin to center of mass like this. Okay, like this. Okay, and make sure that this is like that, and hit Ctrl A and choose all transform over here like this. Okay, now select this, go to the modifiers over here, go to the generate, and we will choose array over here like this. And if you see over here, we are getting this kind of stuff. And let's try to increase this distance somewhere around like this. I think this looks good. And let's increase the number of copies somewhere around like this. Okay, we will get this kind of structure. Let's decrease the number of copies somewhere around 4 only, and let's try to increase the distance somewhere around like this. Okay, this looks good to me. Now after that, select this and choose apply button to it like that. Now you can select this over here like this, and go to the object and choose set origin to the center, and go to the front view, press R for rotation, and let's rotate it like this, and let's move this over here. Okay, so we'll get something like this. Now again, I need some duplicates of it. So let's select this, go over here, add modifiers, and go to the generate and choose array. And this time the X factor, I'm going to choose the row, and we will choose Y factor somewhere around 1.1 over here like this, or let's say complete 1 over here. And we will increase the number of copies somewhere around like this. I think this much looks good to me. So let's select this, and we will apply, we will keep it as it is over here. Now select this and shift D, and let's try to move this over here. So let's select this, go to the top view, and I'm going to press shift D, and I'll create copies RZ90, or over here, or press RZ let's say 180 or something like that, or simply rotate it like this. You can go over here and make this minus 90 over here. Now let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, make sure that you are adjusting proper position of it like this. Okay, like this, and go to the modifiers and let's increase the number of counts like this. Okay, let's minimize this to over here. Then let's go over here, press G X and try to adjust it over here. Okay, if you see this from like this, you will get something like this. Okay, and if you think this is quite big, so all you need to do, simply go over here, press press SY and let's scale it like this. Okay, G Y and try to bring this over here. Let's enable our window and stuff and go to the 0 and let's see whether it's visible or not. If it's not, GY and adjust the position properly like this, or you can select this, go over here, GZ and try to adjust the position accordingly over here. Okay, GZ and try to adjust the position like this. Okay, I think this looks good to me. If you want, then you can again, as I said, GY, not GY but SY, and adjust the scale according to your needs. GY, adjust the scale. Okay, so this is ready. Similarly for this, G, or let's say SX, and try to adjust the scale. GX and try to move this over here and try to adjust it over here like this. Okay, let's set 0 like this. Now we need to create this one same on opposite direction, so simply select this, shift D and try to bring this over here, press R, Z 180 degree like this, G and simply move this over here like this. Similarly select this, shift D, move this over here, press R, Z 180 degree like this, G and let's move this over here and hit 0. We will get something like this. Okay, over here. Now after that we need to create some extra stuff on the top, so let's try to do that. Now this is going to be the roof, so hit 0 and let's go out of this. So this model is ready, and if it is not properly visible over here, so what you can do over here, you can go over here, and over here you will get this option called cavity. So it's better to understand where are our stuff like that. Okay, so let's try to create some extra stuff over here. So let's hide this camera view and extra stuff over here, roof and all, and let's try to create some extra things over here. Okay, so to create some extra models, so let's right click new and let's double click and let's call it as top extras over here like this, and let's uncheck all of this. So like that, whatever we are going to create, it's gonna come over here. So to do that, simply press shift A, mesh and choose cube like this, and after that shift A, or you can simply select this, shift D, Z and try to bring this, press S and let's scale it like this, GZ and try to bring this upward. Similarly go to the top, select this, shift D, bring this on x-axis. Okay, S, Z and try to scale it down, G, Z and try to bring this over here, GX, try to adjust it over here. Okay, so we will get something like this. Similarly let's select this, shift D, Y and try to bring this over here like that. Then hit tab, select this section, press I for inner extrude, then press E, Y to extrude outward, again I for inner extrude, then E and Y and let's extrude this inwards. Okay, now let's select this and go over here, press S for scaling option and scale it like this, G and let's try to adjust it over here like this, Alt Z, tab 1 sorry 1, select this G Y, and let's move this over here. Okay, select this GY, and let's try to adjust it over here. Okay, like this. So this is the first one. Over here I'm going to select this. I'll shift D to duplicate X, and let's move this over here. Over here I'm going to select this one, and let's go to the somewhere around over here. Select all of this, Alt Z, tab. So I'm going to select this much portion GX, and I'm going to bring this over here so it will look a little bit different, and press tab over here. And over here I'm going to select this portion over here, and let's delete. Over here let's add something different. So shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to choose cylinder over here. Let's go to the top view, G, and let's X, and try to move this over here. Press S for scaling option and scale it like this. 1 G Z, and let's try to move this over here like this. Go to the top view. Now after that let's select this, tab, press 3, select this, and press I for inner extrude. Then press E and Z, and let's extrude this in extrude this in like this. Then after that select this, hit Ctrl R to create one ruler, and let's bring, not ruler but edge, and let's bring this over here like this. Then press 3, select this, and by holding Alt I'm going to select this like that. Okay, and then press E, S, and let's scale this outward like this. Okay, over here. Then go over here like this, Alt Z, like this. Press 1 over here. Let's select this, press S, Z, and let's scale it like this. Similarly select this much portion, press S, Z, and scale it like this. Okay, and hit tab. So we are getting something like this. Now select all of hit A, right click, and choose shade smooth for all of them, or I think not for all of them. So hit A, right click, and choose shade flat only for this. Right click and choose shade smooth over here like this. Or I think it doesn't look good, so let's keep it as it is. And hit S to select all of them. Go to the object and set origin to center of mass for each and every one. And now GZ, and try to bring this at the top. Now let's enable our all the subject, specifically main house over here like this, and go to the top view, press G, and let's try to bring them over here. Press S for scaling option like this. But if you see, they are individually scaling, so let's go over here and we have to choose median points. So press S and let's scale it like this, G, and try to bring this over here. Okay, then GZ, and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, GZ, and try to bring this over here. It's 0. Okay, and if you enable all of this, now let's see how does it looks. It looks something like this. Okay, so we will stick with that. And if you want, then you can select all of this stuff over here. You can press GZ, and you can bring this a little bit downward as well if you want. Okay, so we will get this kind of stuff. Now I need to create some extra thing over here. So for that, let's do another thing. Press Shift A, go to the mesh and choose UV sphere. Go to the top, G, and let's try to bring this at the over here. Press 1, GZ, press S for scaling option and scale it like this. Okay, like this. Right click and choose shade smooth. Then press S for scaling option like this, and press Shift D, bring this over here like this. Shift D, bring this over here. Shift D and bring this over here. Press S, scale it like this. Like this. Okay, so this is just a extra bubble kind of structure. Select all of this stuff, GZ, and try to bring this downwards like this. Okay, hit 0. We will get something like this. Okay, so this is for this, and now we will try to create some base for this entire stuff. So let's do that. First of all, Shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to create one plane. Press S for scaling option like this over here. Then go to the front view, press GZ, and try to bring this over here, and go over here, and let's see. Okay, this looks good. Let's enable our camera and try to adjust the position of our camera like this. Okay, so this is going to be something like that, or you can adjust your camera something around like this also. Okay, like this. And this plane is going to base, so let's call it as base over here, like this. And let's select this base and bring this out of this, and let's minimize this top extra over here. And now we will try to create some extra stuffs over here, so let's try to do that. Select this base, this is just for our reference, so let's hide this for now over here. Now let's try to create some another extra stuff, or let's call it at tables. So simply right click, new collection, let's call it as tables, like this. Okay, so let's minimize all of this stuff over here, and like this as well. Now hit 0 over here to get out of the our camera view over here. Oh, sorry. Now let's create two tables. So press shift A, which is are going to very be simple. So create one cube over here, and press S Z and create one like this, GZ, and bring this over here. Go to the top view, Alt Z, Shift D, S, and let's scale it like this. Go to the top view, then press S Z and scale it like this, and let's bring this over here and press tab, select this, GZ, and try to move this over here like this. Okay, go to the tab view, hit A, G, and let's try to bring this over here. Press tab and shift D, X, and let's move this over here like this. Select this and this, shift D, Y, and let's try to move this over here like this. Now select all of this stuff, go to the object and set origin. Go to the object, set origin, and we are going to choose origin center of mass, like for each and every one. Okay, and this is the table that we are going to create like this. Hold Alt Z. This is the basic table that we have created. If you want to increase the size of this legs, you can do that as well. Let's go tab 1, Alt Z, select this, GZ, and let's try to bring this over here. Okay, Alt Z, like this. Let's select all of this, and let's enable our main house over here like this. Go to the one, press S for scaling option, and scale it like this. Okay, go to the top view, press G, and let's move this over here, GZ, and try to bring this over here, and shift D, X, and let's create another one over here like this. Okay, it's 0. We are getting something like this. If you think this is too much, then let's do one thing. Select this and press S for scaling option like this, GZ, and try to adjust it over here. Shift D, X, and let's create another one over here like this. Okay, hit 0, Alt Z, like this. Let's enable all of this like this. Okay, now we need one table over here as well, so let's go over here. Let's select this roof, and let's hide this for now. Okay, I'm going to bring this over here, Alt Z. Let's select this much portion, shift D, and let's try to bring this over here, shift D, and let's try to bring this over here, and hit 0. We'll get something like this. Okay, so these are the basic tables that we have created. Now let's try to select, go to the top view. Let's select this much portion, hold Alt or shift D, and let's try to bring this over here, and press S for scaling option and scale it like this. Go to the front view over here, press G, Z, and let's try to bring this over here like this, and press tab. Okay, select this much portion, press tab 1, select this, GZ, and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, so if you hit 0, we are getting this kind of stuff over here, over like that. go to the top view, select this, and press tab, select this much portion, uh, G Y, and let's try to bring this over here. Select this G X, and let's try to bring this over here and hit 0. We will get something like this. Okay, and hold Alt Z, we will get this kind of structure. Now similarly, I'm going to select this and I'll shift D Y, and let's move this over here a little bit and hold 0, or let's say 1, like this, and shift D Z and try to bring this over here. Shift D Z and again try to bring 1 over here like this, and hit 0 over here, so we'll get this kind of structure. Then after that, I'll select this, shift D Z and try to bring this over here. Go to the top view, Alt Z, and press S for scaling option and scale it like this. You can go to the object and choose center origin, press adjust it over here like this. Go, let's scale it a little bit like this. Then after that, press SZ and let's scale it like this. Okay, you can go to the tab mode, select this GZ, and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, now after that, I need to create some umbrella like structure over here. So for that, hit 0 to go out of this camera view over here like this, and then shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to select this UV sphere. Go to the top view, press G, and let's try to bring this over here like this. 1, press S for scaling option and scale it like this, G Z, and try to bring this upward like this. Then press tab, press 3, let's select this much portion and let's delete the faces, but make sure to hold Alt Z and select this much portion and delete faces and press tab. Okay, so you'll get something like this. You want to select this and you can scale it like this as well over here, GZ, and try to adjust it over here like this. Okay, let's scale it like this over here. You can select this, right click and choose shade smooth over here, and if you want you can select both of them. Go over here, Alt Z, tab 1, and adjust it like this, like this. Okay, so now let's select this option over here. Let's go to the top view, Alt Z. I'm going to select this much portions, 1, tab 1, let's select this GZ, and let's try to bring this a little bit upward like this. Okay, Alt A, Alt Z, sorry, like this. Now after that, let's hide all of this stuff over here because we are focusing on this much portion only. Now I need some small elements to add over here. So for that, if you want, you can select this, shift D Y, and bring this over here. Press RX and rotate it on 180 degree. Then press S for scaling option and scale it like this. Press G Z or Y and try to adjust it over here, and GZ and try to adjust it over here as well like this. Okay, choose all transform. You can go and choose objects and choose origin to center like this. Okay, like this only. Now after that, I need to create some tables over here, some extra tables over here. So let's try to do that. So for that, let's see what we can do. Let's minimize it. Let's hide all of this stuff. Okay, I'm going to right click new collection and let's call it as tables like this. Okay, and hit 0. Now we will create one table like structure over here. So let's try to do that, and we will create chairs around it. So let's first select and create chairs. So shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to select this cube over here. Press S, and on Z axis I'm going to select it and create one like this. Okay, then shift D, press S, and let's scale it like this. Go to the top view, Alt Z, G, and try to adjust it over here. Press S and let's scale it like this. Okay, then go to the top front view, press S, Z, and S, scale it like this. S, Z, and scale it like this. G, and try to bring this over here like this, and press tab, and make sure that you are choosing Alt Z to select this bottom points. Go to the top view, hit A to select all of them. G, and try to adjust it properly over here. Okay, go over here, select these points, G, Z, and try to bring this downward over here like this, G, Z, and then go to the top view over here, G, and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, so we are getting this kind of stuff. Now let's go to the top view, press tab, and now we will not this one, but we will select this over here, and shift D, X, and let's try to move this over here like this. Okay, and press tab. I'm going to select this edges which is already selected. Press G, X, and let's try to move this over here. Then we will select this and this, and shift D, press tab to select this. Press shift D, move this over here on Y axis like this. Then press R, Z, and rotate it on 180 degree, and let's try to adjust the position on Y direction like this. Then GX, and on this direction over here like this, over here, Alt Z. Now select this, shift D, press R, X, and rotate it on 90 degree. Go to this direction, G, and let's try to move this over here like this. Okay, so we will get this very basic chair over here like this. And if you want, you can go to the tab view, hit Ctrl R, you can create 3 points over here like this. Then go over here, let's select this, G, Z direction, Alt Z, select not this but this much portion, G, Z, and move this over here like this. Select this, G, Z, and let's move this over here. Let's select all of this, press S, and let's scale it like this. Okay, then go over here like that, yeah, and hold Alt Z. We will select this, right click, and choose shade smooth like that. If you don't want that, you can choose shades like this also. Okay, then I'm going to select all of them, and I'll press Ctrl J to convert this into one object only, and we will call it as chair. Okay, and let's go to the top view, G, Y, and let's try to bring this over here. Now G, Y, and let's try to bring this over here. Now with the help of this, I'm going to create one table over here. So let's try to do that. Let's go over here. So let's select this, G, Z, and let's try to adjust it properly over here like this. Now shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to create one cylinder, and press S, Z like this, and go to the top view, press S, and let's scale it like this over here. Okay, S, Z, and try to adjust it like this, G, Z, and let's try to adjust it somewhere around over here like this. Okay, let's select this, G, Y, and let's try to bring this somewhere around over here like this. Okay, now let's select this over here, and shift D, Z, and let's try to bring this over here. Press S for scaling option and scale it like this, G, Z, and try to adjust it over here. Then shift D, S, and let's scale it like this. Then press S, Z, and let's try to adjust the scale like this. Okay, or you can simply select this, again decrease the size, G, Z, move this over here, go to the tab, Alt Z, select this much portion, G, Z, and let's try to bring this over here, so we'll get this kind of structure. Okay, now select this, right click, and if you want, you can choose shade smooth as well. Okay, over here. Now select all of this and hit Ctrl J, so it would be easy for us to understand this is just a one structure, and let's call it as table. Now I want some kind of cloth for this, so let's try to do that. Shift A, go to the mesh and choose plane. Press S for scaling option and scale it like this, and let's go over here, press S, and let's increase the scale somewhere around like this. Go to the top, press GZ and try to bring this over here. Now hit Ctrl A and choose scale, hit Ctrl A and choose all transform. Then go to the tab view, right click and choose subdivide, and number of cuts I am going to choose 50 and press tab. Now select this over here and go to the uh, physics and choose collision. Select this, go and choose cloth over here, and let's go to the start, and if I hit play I'll get this kind of stuff over here. Okay, but if you see it's not touching the ground because there is no any there is nothing to touch it. So shift A, mesh, and add one plane, and let's increase the size of this. Go over here and GZ and try to adjust it properly. Okay, and this also is going to act like a collision, and now let's play. We will get something like this. I think this much looks good to me, so I'll select this. I'll go to the modifiers and I'll apply this cloth effect over here. I'll right click and I'll choose shade smooth. I'll select this and then I'll go to the modifiers and generate. I'm going to choose subdivision surface like this. Okay, and if you want you can select this, choose apply, then add modifier, go to the generate and choose solidify, and let's solidify it like this. Okay, and apply this also. So we will get this kind of cloth structure. If you want, select this, go to the top, G Y, and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, you can again move this over here as well. Okay, let's delete this and let's double click and let's call it as cloth like this. Okay, now I need to create duplicates of this chair around this table. So for that, let's select this and go to the top over here, and let's go to the object menu and set origin over here, and we will choose to origin to 3D cursor. And now I'll shift D R and I'll rotate it on 30, or not 30, but let's select this, shift D R. Sorry for the trouble. Let's select this, go to the start first, and make sure that object set origin is at the origin to 3D cursor. Now select this, shift D to duplicate, then press R, and I'm going to choose 45-degree rotation over here. Select this, shift D R, and let's make this 90, or let's say 60-degree rotation over here like this. So let's delete it. Let's select this, shift D R, and let's make this 60-degree rotation, or you can rotate it like this, or I think over here you can go over here and let's try to rotate it on this axis over here. Yeah, so let's select this, shift D, and let's rotate it on this axis like this. So let's delete this. Sorry for the mistake I did. Let's select this and shift D over, select this and shift D to duplicate like this. Okay, select this, shift D and click over here, and let's rotate it on minus 45-degree or something like this. Again, now select this, shift D, or select this, shift D, click over there, and let's make this again minus 45-degree like this. Then select this, shift D, click over there, again type minus 45-degree over there. Again select this, shift D, click over there, again type minus 45-degree over there like this. Okay, then select this, shift D, select this, shift D, click over there, again type minus 45. Select this, shift D, click, again type minus 45. Select this, shift D, click, and again type minus 45. Okay, so we have this chairs over there like this. Now after that, there should be something on this chair row over here. So for that, if you want, then you can select this, and let's try to add something over there. So let's hide this for now, and let's shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to create one cube over here. Press S, Z, and let's scale it like this. Then select this, shift D, Z, and try to move this over here. Let's scale it like this, and press S, Z, and try to scale it on Z axis like this. Okay, then press 1, Alt Z, okay, tab and choose one, select this, press S, and let's scale it like this, GZ, and let's move this over here like this. Okay, then after that shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to choose this UV sphere, GZ, and let's try to increase the scale like this over here. Okay, you can select this over here, tab, let's select this, GZ, and try to move this over here like this, press S. Okay, like this. So this is a basic lamp kind of structure over here. Let's okay, like this. I'm going to select all of this and press S, and let's scale it like this. Let's enable this table, go to top, G Z, like this. Okay, so now let's select all of this stuff, and now we will enable all of this portions, and let's scale it like this. And let's go to the top view, press G, and let's try to move this over here. Let's scale it like this, go GZ, and let's try to move this over here. Okay, G X, and let's try to move this over here like this. Over here, shift D, I'm going to move this again over here, shift D, and let's move this over here, and shift D, and I'm going to move this over here again. So if you see this through camera, we will get something like this. Okay, and let's try to adjust my camera somewhere around over here. So this is how we will get this kind of structure like this. Okay, so now we have all of this stuff over here, and now we are going to combine this options over here. So let's try to do that. I'm going to select this, this, and I'll hit Control J to make them one object. Let's go to the top view, and let's select this portions over here like this. By holding shift, I'm going to select all of them like this. Okay, because we are going to apply one texture to them, so that's why I want them as a one object like this. Okay, over here, not this one, and hit Control J. Sorry, do not select this one. Let's select this, and by holding shift deselect this and hit Control J. Okay, so this is like that. So we will get something like this. Now I think we don't need this portions over here, so I'll delete those subjects over here like this one and this one. Let's delete this one as well. Let's select this only, GZ, and let's try to bring this over here. Okay, and let's go to the top view, it's G, let's try to bring this over here, shift D X, bring this over here, shift D X, and let's bring this over here like this. Okay, so we have this three extra stuff over here, and I need one extra roof kind of structure over here, so let's try to do that. Let's go to this view, and we will select all of this stuff over here, and by holding shift I'm going to select all of them, and I'm going to move them inside this table like this, so we can hide all of this stuff over here. Let's hide, and now let's create extra stuff on the roof. So let's try to do that. I'm going to press shift A, I'll go to the mesh, and I'm going to select one cylinder over here, then press R for rotation, X, rotate it on 90 degree like this, or let's press R, Y, rotate it on 90 degree like this. Okay, over here. Now after that, let's select this and press tab. Let's select this face, delete, sorry, simply delete faces. Select this, delete and choose faces. Go to the top view, hit tab, let's press 1, select this, press S, X, and let's, sorry, Alt Z, select this, S, X, and let's scale it like this. Okay, and go to this view, let's select this much faces, hit delete and choose vertices like this. Okay, and hit tab like this. We will get something like this. Now select this, go to the tab option, hit Ctrl R, and let's create few edges and vertices like this. Okay, now select this, go to the modifiers, go to the add modifiers, go to the generate over here, and we are going to choose solidify over here, and let's decrease the offset a little bit and hold alt Z like this. Let's select this, right click and choose shade smooth like that if you want, or you can choose shade flat as well. Okay, and if you want if you want, you can go over here, add modifier, and you can go over here and you can choose subdivision surface as well, and then you can apply, right click and choose shade smooth. So we will get something like that. So after doing that, I'm going to select them. I'll go over here, I'll apply this solidify and also apply this subdivision surface. Okay, and now let's enable our main house. I'm going to select this stuff. Let's go over here to this, press G, Z, and try to bring this over here. Press S and try to scale it like this. Press G, Z, and try to bring this over here. Okay, now go to the top view, press S for scaling option and scale it like this. Okay, press G, X, and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, now let's select this, go to this option over here, press G, Y, and try to bring this over here. Now shift A, mesh, and we will select this cube, press G, Z, press S for scaling option and scale it like this over here. Hit tab, press G, and try to bring this over here. You can go over here, G, and try to adjust it like this. You can go to the top view and press G, and let's try to bring this over here. Hold Alt Z, G, and try to adjust it properly over here. Now let's go over here, select this much portion, uh, go over here, shift G, Z, and try to bring this over here like this. Then select this much portion, GZ, and try to bring this over here like this. Now let's select this, shift D, Y, and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, we will get something like this. Now let's select this, press tab, let's select this much portion, or see this much portion, GZ, and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, and hold Alt Z. So we will get this kind of structure. Okay, so now let's select this and this, go to the object, set origin, and let's choose origin to center of mass. Go to the top view, press shift D, X, and let's move this over here. Shift D, X, and let's move this over here. Shift D, X, and let's move this over here. Shift D, X, and let's move this over here. Shift DX, and let's move this over here. Shift DX, and let's move this over here. Okay, and if you hit 0, you will get something like this. Okay, and now let's select all of this extra stuff, and we'll move inside this main house only. Okay, and let's try to enable all of our extra stuff. We will get this kind of structure over here. Now we have this base over here, so let's go to the top view again, and we will try to adjust it position. So hit G, and let's try to move this over here like this, and now press tab, let's select this much portion, GZ, and let's select this GY, and let's try to move this structure over here. Similarly select this GX, and try to move the structure over here. Hit 0, we will get something like this. Now I need to create some bottom shapes over here, but before that let's do one thing. Let's hit 0, let's try to create some extra elements over here. So let's go zoom in a little bit. I'm going to select this. Sorry, let's select this. I'm going to select, sorry, I'm not in tab view, sorry. Let's select this. So over here, this and this, and hold Control J to merge them, and go to the top view over here like this, or you can go over here like this. You can shift D, X, and try to create duplicates of it a little bit more. Okay, to create some extra tables like this over here. Similarly, shift D, go to the top view, and let's try to create some extra stuff over here or something. You can press S for scaling option like this, and try to adjust it over here. Go over here, hit tab, select these portions, and let's try to bring them over here. Okay, so you will get some extra stuffs over there. This is just extra stuff. Now over here, if you see, let's make this 0. This looks quite weird, so I'll select this portion. I'll go to the top view. Let's focus on that. Hold Alt Z, and I'll go to the object menu, and I'm going to set origin to 3D cursor, not 3D cursor over here. Set origin to center of mass. Press S for scaling options, scale it like this. G, and let's try to move this over here. Go over here, S, Z, and let's try to scale this as Z. Let's select this as Z, and let's try to adjust it over here like this. Go to the top, shift D, X, and let's move this over here like this. Okay, similarly over here as well, we are going to select these two objects, shift D, Y, and we will try to move them over here. Okay, like this. Okay, so we will get this bottom edge over here, and hold Alt Z. Okay, now I need to create some wood like structure to create some boundaries over here. So let's try to do that. For this, I'm going to, let's disable all of them over here first of all, like this, and let's try to do that. I'm going to press shift A, and I'll add some cube and hit 0, and let's try to create our structure like that. So press S Y to scale it like this, then press S X to scale it like this over here. Okay, then press S Y, select this SY, and scale it like this. Okay, then press Control, select this tab, press Control R to create one edge over here. Then go to the front view, Alt Z, select this much portion, G, Z, and try to bring this over here. Select this much portion and press S for scaling option, and scale it like this. Okay, so we will get something like this. Now I'm going to select this. I'll press R, Z, and rotate it on 90 degree like this, and press S for scaling option like this. Now let's enable our main house and this base, or you can choose all of them over here like this, and hold Alt Z, select this cube, go to the top view over here, select this cube, G, and let's try to move this over here properly like this. Select this G and try to move this over here. Okay, GZ, and try to adjust it properly along with this base. Okay, and let's move this over here like this, over here like that. Okay, now after that let's see the size. Yeah, size looks good to me. So let's hit 1, or let's say go to the top view and go to the object and set origin and origin center to like this. Go to the add menu, and we are going to choose generate and choose array, and let's make this in minus value like this. Let's make this minus 1.3, and we will increase the number of copies up to this. Let's make this 30 maybe, or let's make this 60 like that, or even less than this. Okay, let's make this 45 like something. Okay, so if you hit 0, we are getting this kind of lines over here. Now after that, let's select this over here, go to the top view, press shift D, R, 90 degree rotation, and press G, and let's try to rotate it, move this over here like this. hit 0, and let's increase the number of copies somewhere around like this. Okay, now select this, press R, Z, 90-degree rotation over here, but I forgot to duplicate, so select this, shift D, R, Z, minus 90, like this. And let's decrease the number of copies somewhere around like 45 maybe, like this. Or you can select this one, shift D, Z or Y, and let's simply move this from here to here like this. Okay, so we'll get something like this. Okay, so this is the structure over here, and now I need some extra kind of stuff over here at the bottom, so let's try to do that as well. Now let's go to the top view over here like this, and I'm going to bring this 3D cursor over here just for now, and shift A, go to the mesh, and we will bring this cube at this point, and let's go over here and let's try to create those shapes though. So press S, Z, and let's scale down like this over here. Okay, then go to S, Y, and let's scale it like this. Okay, then we will select this, go to the object, set origin, and set origin to center of mass like this. Then select this, tab, press 2, let's select this and this, but before that let's select this, hit Control A and choose scale, otherwise it will mess up. Then select this and this over here, or you can go over here and select this edge, this edge, sorry, by holding shift select this edge, as well as by holding shift this edge, and press Control B, click, and we will increase the width over here somewhere around like this, and increase the segment somewhere around like this. Okay, if you want, then you can increase the width as well, or let's make this 8 over here like this. Okay, now select this, right click, and choose shade smooth as well, but if you are not going to choose, that is also okay, like this, nothing, not gonna make any much more difference. So let's go to the top view over here and press G, and let's try to bring this over here and go over here, press S for scaling option and scale it like this, G, and let's try to move this over here like this. Okay, press go over here, G, Z, and let's try to bring this over here at the bottom over here like that. Similarly, we will select this base uh, over here, G, Z, and let's try to bring this over here like this. And we will select this, hold Alt Z, we will select this portion over here, and let's select this one as well over here, and let's try to bring this downwards over here. So press GZ and try to bring this a little bit downward like this. Okay, and go to the top view, let's select this extra stuff over here. I'm going to select this cubes over here, and let's right click over here, call new collection, and let's call it as border. Select this all cubes by holding shift and move inside this border. Okay, now let's select this cube and we will call it as base. Now we will add modifier, deform, not deform but generate, and choose array, and zoom in a little bit, and over here we need to take some distance, so let's make this 1.2 maybe like this, or let's say 1.1, let's see how does it looks, or let's make this 1.05 or something like that, or let's say 0.4. Okay, and we will increase the number of copies somewhere around like this. Okay, like this, and let's move this over here. Okay, and let's minimize it. Okay, go to the generate and choose array, and let's make this 0, and let's make this y point over here, and let's make this minus 1.05 or something, sorry, not like this, minus 1.05 like this, and let's increase the number of copies somewhere around like this, or let's try to move this up to over here. Okay, and hit 0, and hold Alt Z, so we will get this extra bottom stuff over here. Okay, so this is how our model is ready. Let's try to fix our camera a little bit over here. I think this much looks good. Okay, go to the camera, select this camera, and over here you can go to the camera settings. You can adjust the size a little bit. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be my final position of this camera, and our model is also ready. And now we will add some colors to it, and we will try to give some lights to it. So now it's time to give colors as well as lights to our object, I mean our entire model. So first, let's try to add some basic lights over here. So it's 0, and I'm going to add one basic light. So shift A, go to the light, and I'm going to choose area light over here like this. And let's select this light, go to the top, uh, and simply move this over here. First of all, press shift C or to your computer, so this anchor point is automatically gonna come at the center. And go over here and see where is that area light over here. I'm going to select this light, let GZ and bring this at the top, and go to the borders, and let's bring this area light downward like this. Okay, and we have to move this area light to our camera and light compositions over here like this. Okay, select this, go to the top view, press S for scaling option and scale it like this. G, and let's move this over here, then press R for rotate it like this. Okay, then go over here, press R for rotation and rotate it like this. And let's try to adjust the position like this, and let's rotate it like this. Okay, hit 0. Now press Z and choose render. Okay, and choose EV rendering system. Okay, and let's select this light, go to the light settings, and we are going to choose 500 here, or let's say 1000 like this. Okay, then go to the top view, let's select this, press shift D and bring one light over here, press R for rotation and then rotate it like this. Okay, hit 0, we will get this kind of light as well. Now we'll press shift A, we will choose area light again, and press S for scaling option, then go to the top, press G Z and try to bring this over here, and again choose the power to 1000 and hit 0 now. Okay, so we will get this kind of structure. And if I see this in cycles, I'll get this kind of lights, and if I choose denoise, I'm gonna get this kind of lighting structure over here. Now we will try to change settings and other stuff in the as upcoming video over here, but right now let's try to adjust the values of lights. So let's select this light over here, and go to the light options, and over here I'm going to make it 5000 and hit 0, and let's see. So it looks like the more light is coming from this side over here like this. Okay, similarly over here, this one, let's choose 2000 or something. Okay, over here, so we are gonna get this kind of lighting structure like this. Now we need one base over here, so let's select this, and let's make this EV now like this. I'm going to select this plane, which is our basically base. Okay, and I'll hit A, press E Z and try to bring this downward like this over here, and press tab, then select this. Let's go over here and press Z and choose solid view again over here like this. Then go over here like that, shift A and choose mesh, and we are going to choose plane, and let's increase the size of this plane, press 1 GZ, and let's try to bring this over here and hit 0. Select this, press S and let's scale it like this. Okay, and now let's choose our not Z, and choose render view again. So we are gonna get something like this. Now let's go to the top view. I'll select this light, I'll shift D and I'll try to bring one light over here. Press R for rotation and let's rotate it like this. And now hit 0. So I'll get one light from this side as well. Okay, similarly I'll select this light, shift D and light, remove this over here, press R for rotation and I'll rotate it like this. So I'll get one side light from this side as well. Okay, so we have all the lights from each and every side. Similarly over here as well I need a small light, so let's try to do that. Let's see how does it look in cycles. Okay, it looks good. So let's go to the EV rendering system again, press shift A, and instead of creating another light, let's go over here. I'll select this topmost light over here, and go to the front view, shift D Z and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, go to the top view, press S X to scale it up to this, press SY to scale it like this. Okay, and hit 0. Okay, so one light coming from here, and you can go to the settings and change the light value to 500. Similarly, few lights should come from here as well, so let's select this and shift D Z and let's try to bring this over here. Go to the right view over here, press G and let's try to move this over here like this, and press S Y and let's scale it like this. Similarly press SY and scale it like this. Okay, go to the top view and let's try to bring this over here, press SX and let's try to adjust the scale somewhere around like this. Okay, so it's gonna look like that some light is emitting from over here only, and let's make this value 200. Okay, then select this and shift D to bring this light over here as well, then press R and let's rotate it on 90-degree, then press SY and let's scale the size like this. Okay, and hit 0. So it's gonna look like that lights are coming from here only also. Okay, and let's see how does it looks in cycles. Okay, we are getting this kind of structure like this, and if you think it's too much light and bright, we will add colors to it, and then if it's too much, then we can adjust the intensity of each and every light also. Like you can go to the top view over here, you can select this and hide this light and hide this light, and let's see how does it looks. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Okay, similarly you can go to the top view and let's see, hide this light and let's see how does it looks. It looks like this. Okay, so we will check out each and every possibility. So let's hold Alt H to unhide all of this, and let's go to the EV rendering system and now hit 0, and now we will try to apply colors to it. Okay, so let's try to do that, and we are going to apply colors to one by one. So let's minimize all of this stuff over here like this except the camera and light, and we will try to add lights from this portion. Okay, so first we will apply for this door. I'm going to select this door, and door should be in a black and white color, so I'll select this and I'll apply color, and let's call it as door over here, and we are going to choose somewhere around black and white color for this door. But for this window over here, I mean for this opening, I'm not going to apply the black and white color. So let's try to do that. Let's choose this color over here for the door, then select this, press tab, and we will select 3, and we will select this face and this face, and we will create a new color and we will assign it, and let's call it as new, and let's double call it as window. Okay, and we are going to choose white color over here, or you can choose somewhere around yellowish color as well, and emission as well, I'm going to choose yellowish color, and I'll give you some small amount of emission somewhere around 2.5 maybe like this, or 2.5 something. And in render settings, so make sure to enable this bloom, so I'll get this kind of light coming out emitting from that. Okay, so if you see this over here, you will get something like this. Okay, now for this one, which is a base house color, let's add new color and let's call it as house. Maybe you can name whatever you want. I'm going to bring them a normal naming. Okay, like this, and we will call it as house color over here. And for this top one, I'm going to apply top word over here, and I'm going to choose this orangey color. Okay, similarly select this and choose this top color over here only, like this. For this, by holding shift, I'm going to select all of them. Okay, and I'll press Ctrl J. I'll go to the color options, and I'm going to choose proper red color for that. Similarly, for this one, I'm not going to apply any color, or you, if you want, then you can select those stuff except this light. So let deselect it, and you can press Ctrl J and create one color, and you can choose any color you want, like this. Okay, sorry, I forgot to hit Ctrl J over here, like that. Okay, if you want to choose different color, that is okay. So I think this is done. So let's try with our second one, which is window, and let's try to create colors for this. For this cloth over here, let's select all of this cloth, because we are going to apply same color for all the cloths over here, and press Ctrl J. And for this cloth over here, let's go, and we are going to select this red material only. For this one, as you, if you see over here, we have applied this door color over here. So similarly for this windows, let's select this, and hit Ctrl J and choose this door color over here. Similarly for this, I'm going to choose door color. So let's try to choose that, and make sure to save this file each and every time. Okay, like this. And if you see over here, it's quite merged with this. So let's select this and this, and press X and try to bring this a little bit over here, like this. Now let's select this, press tab, let's select this portion, go over here and apply this window texture to it, not to all of this. So hit Ctrl Z over here, like this. Hit Ctrl Z, sorry, I did some mistake. So okay, select this first, go to the tab view, let's select this, and by holding shift select this, and assign new material first, new. And over here we are going to select this window color over here and choose assign. Okay, like this. So we will get something like this. If you go to over here, we will get this kind of structure over here. Okay, so this is also done. Now let's go to the roof. For roof, I'm going to select this red color only, so check out which is that color and simply hit apply to this. Similarly over here, apply this color. Okay, so this is also done. Now let's top extra, let's see. For this one as well, I'm going to apply same color. Basically the main color code of this one is red one. So because of that, I'm going to choose, I'll hit Ctrl J over here, like that. Okay, so this is also done. And now let's talk about this table. For this table, you can choose different colors. So let's try to do that. Let's select this and this, and hit Ctrl J, and I'll create a new material. And over here also I'm going to apply red color, but I'll choose a little bit darker version, and let's call it as tables. Okay, like this over here. Now I'm going to apply this material to all the tables over here. So select this and this, and hit Ctrl J, and we will apply that table color over there. Select this. Okay, similarly this. Hit Ctrl J, and we are going to apply that table color over there. For this one, first you can choose apply this house color as well to give a window like structure. For this one, I'm going to again create this house material, and for this one go to the tab over here, and let's try to create some different colors. So first of all, initially let's select this, and we will apply this red color over here, then go to the tab. Then by holding alt, I'm going to select this faces. By holding shift alt and shift, sorry, make sure to select faces like this, and then create a new material and first assign and new. And over here you can choose a yellow kind of color as well. It's totally up to you, choose whatever kind of color you want, like this, and hit 0 over there, like that. Okay. And let's add roughness somewhere around like this. If you want to choose metallic, that is also okay. Let's keep it as it is. Let's not change this stuff over here. So this is also done, and now we have tables. Now as you guys know that this is the same color, so let's go and choose this material over here as well. Similarly for this one, or this tables over here, I we are going to apply same colors for this table. So let's go to the top view, and go to the solid view over here. And because we are going to apply same color, by holding shift I'm going to select them over here like this. Okay, make sure to select all of them and hit Ctrl J to make them one object over here, and hit 0 and Z and choose render, and go over here and choose your favorite material the way you want, or you can choose a different color to this, or you can choose this table material to that as well. Okay, like this. Now let's go, and I need certain kind of lights should come out of this as well. So what I can do over here is that let's go to the lights, and hit 0, or let's select this shift D and bring this light over here. Go to the top, G, and let's bring this light over here. Press S, X, bring this light over here. Press S, Z, and or Y, and let's bring this light over here like this. Okay, then go over here, press G, Z, and try to bring this over here like this. Okay, and hit 0. Then after that, if you want, then make this 1000 or something, so it will look like the light coming from them, and choose different color for that light, like yellowish or something. Okay, like this. So this is also done. Along with that, I'm going to select this lamp over here like this and this, and hit Ctrl J to make them one, and go to the color, create a new color. Let's double click and let's call it as glow over here, and we are going to choose yellow color for it over here. Go to the emission and choose yellow color over there as well, and let's increase the strength of it like this. Okay, so we'll get this kind of glowing effect over there as well. Now after that, let's minimize this and let's enable the borders, and for the borders, and let's enable this base as well like this. For this base over here, which is this one, I'm going to apply material over here. Let's see what kind of material we can apply. Let's create another material over here, and we will choose a little bit of somewhere around like this color over here. And for this bottom, we will create another material. We will apply certain different material for this over here like this. Let's see what kind of suitable. I think this much is more suitable, so I'll pick that over here. Then select this, create a new material, and let's choose a different material like a red one, black one over for this one. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is how we will get this all stuff. And now if I go to the render, and if I select the cycles, uh, I'll get this kind of rendering over here. It will take time to render, but the final output would be awesome like this. Okay, And if you want, then instead of this black color you can choose different color as well. I'm going to stick with this black one because this looks good to me. Over here, if you see this umbrella, let's go to the material, let's select this white material and go to the emission, and let's choose this yellow color over here as well, and let's add a little bit of emission over there like this. Okay, over there. And if you want, you can select this over here, let's call it as umbrella over there, and you can select this material and you can apply this material over here, and let's see how does it looks. It's gonna look something like that. Okay, so it's totally up to you whether you want to do it or not, or you can, if you're happy with this one, you can do it as well. I'll create another material over here and new material for this one. Let's delete this material for this. Let's select this and we will choose a little bit of darker version of this red color like this over here. Okay, so we will get something like this. So yep, this is our final output, and now we will put this thing on rendering. So for that, simply go over here, choose render material cycles, and over here you have to check out RGB mode, and then we don't need any frame rate, so let's make this 0 over here. Go to over here and maximum samples, I'm going to choose 200 because I'm going to render it out only this only. And time limits, you can add maximum time limits, and let's make this sample 400. I'm choosing this because I'm doing this only over here, I'm not going to render out entire animation, so that's why I can choose that. And over here also I'm going to choose this 400 by 400. Okay, it's, let's see, it will take a little bit time to render it out, this animation over here. Or you can choose 1200 over here, and similarly 1200 over here, similarly 1200, 1200. Okay, because we are rendering only one image, so that's why I'm going to choose this over here. Okay, so this is how we will get this. And then if you want to adjust the position of your camera, simply go and select this camera over here. You can adjust the size according to your needs. I'm going to stick with this one, I'm happy with this size over here. So yep, this is how you can create this kind of model, and this is our final results.